Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, theys and thems, welcome back to the podcast still named Negro Jump. Yes, that podcast still named Negro Jump. I am your host of the podcast still named Negro Jump, Jarrod Fortune, back here with another solo dolo update. Just going to get right into it, folks. First of all, happy Wednesday, wherever you are on this planet. Happy Wednesday. So first up, you know I'm a sucker for long titles, unnecessary long titles. But Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You is now streaming on Crunchyroll, the rom-com anime adaptation of a manga with the same title name, premiered last Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Was this weekend? It was on the 9th. On the 9th it premiered, so last week. Here's a synopsis. Sasaki is an overwhelmed salaryman drifting through the corporate grind, sustained by cigarettes and the cheerful service and smile of Yamada, the clerk at his favorite supermarket. But one night after a grieving shift, a pierced young woman calls out to him, "You can smoke here." Ooh. Sparked something in him. Caught him off guard. Sure, I'll smoke. You happen to have a light? I do. Ooh, I can see how the first episode just goes. So go ahead and add that to your watch list. It just came out. Manga released in 2022. So it's pretty brand spanking new. Next up, Japan Expo. Japan Expo, if you don't know, Japan Expo is a Japanese pop culture celebration that happens in Paris. This year, it was the 25th anniversary, and Crunchyroll was there. Crunchyroll announced a few upcoming titles that definitely look interesting. Seeing the article, shout out to Crunchyroll, which I was reading these articles on. The article on Japan Expo, I'm thinking of a generic American one with a lot of money behind it. When it said Paris announcement, I had to do a little bit more digging to find out that the Japan Expo is a Paris Expo for Japanese culture, specifically. And Crunchyroll is now a part of it, with it being in its 25th year. I believe it said its attendance dating back to 1999 was right under 2,000. And the highest recorded year they had was 2019. It was over a quarter mil, so over 250,000 attendance. So congrats to them on the ongoing expo. But Crunchyroll was there, and they announced some series coming soon. Dreamland releasing October 26th. Ever since his mother died in a fire, Terrence has scheduled. Let's take that from the top. Like, I didn't write this myself, wondering why is this written like this? Because you decided to write in your lap. All right, take it from the top. Synopsis: Dreamland. Ever since his mother died in a fire, Terrence has secluded himself in an emotionless world. I'm gonna keep it quick with these because they definitely had the long paragraph synopsis. I want to keep it quick and brief, leave it on your edge. Maybe you'll get the gist of it. Just off of that right there alone. I'm thinking video game isekai. That's what Dreamland probably is. I could just read this off of my laptop, but then the fan will bleed into the sound. And with this gaming computer, with about 10 minutes of it on, it's ready to take flight. So next up, this one looks pretty interesting. Nanako, to be announced. The release to be announced. Born in 17th century Japan to a French father, young samurai Nanako sails to France in search of her father. That's your standard issue anime right there. Swordsman on a journey to go find a family member. All right. It looked pretty cool. The picture is a woman deflecting several blades in front of her, and she has blue hair. But release date to be announced. Next up, the 2010s manga Siren from Shonen Jump gets a release date of October 2026. One day, high schooler Agea Yoshina picks up a mysterious red card left behind in a public telephone booth. Ooh. It looks... I'm trying to describe the pictures I've seen of it. It's... They keep showing this one girl that has wings. One shot of the girl. She has a samurai sword. So I'm assuming supernatural powers with a high schooler that didn't mean to get involved or was fated to get involved, dealing with this red phone card left in a telephone booth. Come on now. You're signing up for something when you grab a telephone card. Remember that, folks. Even when they say it's free, it's not. It's not. Beware of the telephone cards. Let's see. The Eternal Fool's Words of Wisdom, a positively fantastic adventure. This releases January 2027. Here's the quick synopsis. A couple thousand years of solitude would wear down any young man. That is anyone except Asley, an eternally youthful and eternally foolish sorcerer. All right. Just the gifted student that never grew up. And now it's just a menace in his world. Okay. Sounds whimsical. Next up, we have Mebius, spelled Mebius. Mebius Dust. Anime debuted last Thursday. That's what I was thinking debuted last week. Not the show that I was just talking about. That's on Crunchyroll. Smoking behind the supermarket. Not that. But Mebius Dust. Mebius Dust debuted last Thursday. Created by Hajime Shinagawa. The creator submitted his work to a contest put on by Project Anima. Project Anima is a collaboration between 3 companies, one being DNA, spelled DENA, a provider of mobile portal and e-commerce. I don't know what mobile portals are, but that's what they do. The next being Sotu Advertising Agency, a subsidiary of Bandai Namco. Okay, so Mebius Dust might get the Bandai Namco Arena Fighter treatment if they play their cards right. But yes, this is their original work. The third collaborator being Nippon Cultural Broadcast, and if I'm not mistaken, is that Nippon that broadcasts. Yes, I added the S's that broadcasts across Japan. So, pretty big deal. Congratulations to the creator for getting your work done. The creator won in 2019, and I'm assuming due to the global pandemic, it was pushed until 2022, and then finally got a release date this year. So we'll see how it is. The only thing that drew me to this headline was there was a black woman with dreads drawn fairly decent. So here is the synopsis. Araki, Stella, and Olga are ordinary high schoolers bringing in a city shape. Excuse me, I said bringing in. Take it from the top. Come on, get it together, Jarrod. Araki, Stella, and Olga are ordinary high schoolers living in a city shaped by the mysterious Mebius dust. Between gaming, bathhouse trips, and quiet walks home, their day passes by peacefully. Yet strange technology and rising unrest begin to quietly distort their everyday lives. Woo! Woo! I was fighting to get through that, boy. God damn. They need to bring back Hooked on Phonics. But for 30-year-olds, man, like I said, the character look interesting and long. I'm going to go with either the black woman with dreads, either Stella or Olga. As one of the two. I'm not going to look it up. Message me. Message me at Negro Jump on TikTok and Instagram. The answer to what character is which. And let's see. Yet strange technology and rising unrest. This shit. Well, not your standard ragtag team. No, it's like it's a bunch of kids just getting into mischievous things. I said mischievous, like the Pokemon. Damn, I really need to read. This is bad. This is worse than the time when I referred to a leaf blower as a reef blower in front of my brother. And he told me back then, you need to start reading books. I'm like, damn, you're right. You are absolutely right. Yeah, fucking SpongeBob teaching me about landscaping. Excuse me, aquatic scaping. Ha 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 ha. Knee slap. All right. So yes, Mebius Dust is original work, streaming now on Crunchyroll. And here is a quick episode review of Rise of a Shield Hero, Season 3, Episode 8. I am going to try my damnedest to watch an episode every week on my watch list. Of course, I'll be watching multiple shows, but at least watch something to talk about with you guys, because I have a lot of anime on my watch list that I've yet to touch because I'm just fixated on a few at a time. So I'm going to literally go through one by one. Not I will say the first 10, they get skipped because those are still fresh in my mind. But one by one, we're gonna go down the list, and I'll do a brief review. And we're gonna start off with Rise of a Shield Hero Season 3, Episode 8, because I want to finish this series. I made it this far into it. We're going to finish. So where I picked up in this one, the Shield Hero is now in his village tending to Philo, the giant chicken girl. She's been cursed, and her EXP is now being drained by the dragon that they hatch that is now cursed by an item from a foreign land. It's getting complicated for no reason, but I get it because Season 1, we kind of maxed out the feel of the underdog playing the RPG and learning how to be a beast at it. To now, they're not setting him up to be someone unstoppable, but to be that force that is out there that will challenge any and everyone. So matter of fact, it's not even that serious either. Like, he's just an adventurer now. It's not even about getting back home. Like, he's really wrapped up in there. There's so many women around him with furry ears. The show is very different. Very different from how we started. The RPG elements are only there just to check stats, and that's it. So, as you can tell, I'm enjoying my journey with Shield Hero. Hopefully season 4 it gets better. But that was the gist of the episode. Shield Hero is traveling with 5 companions. The main familiar one is Raptalia, who is now the Katana hero. So powers everywhere, world building, I guess, but not really needed. Like, I just want the video game to be over. I don't want you to do all of the side quests first. Can we do the main story, Shield Hero? Like, we're so far into it. The Sword Hero, who was leading a really bad path, they helped him out become uncursed, and he restarted his levels again. So now he's under the Shield Hero. Different times, man. Different times. Season 1 was beautiful, and I'll definitely leave it at that. That's it for today's episode. Be on the lookout for the episode tomorrow or at some point this week. I will get better at communicating with y'all through Instagram posts with memes and what have you not. So yeah, try to keep that in mind when I gather all these pieces of media throughout the social media platforms that I like and favorite, and I just collect just for me. But follow us follow us. It feels weird saying us when it's just me here. But follow everybody that's been on this podcast. Everybody, guests, co-hosts, all of them, all of the engineers, everybody. Follow everybody. Go through the archives. Follow everybody that has been a part and on this podcast. Follow me at Jarrod.fortune. I don't promote myself too much because I'm not doing too much of anything. Everything's falling in line with this podcast. Stand-up wise, which I still do perform, but very rarely now. I just try to focus on getting booked and somewhere to do my own thing and not depend on going to a club to get stage time. So see how that looks. Trips coming real soon to a city near you. Trips, I mean podcast sessions and me getting some reps in with stand-up. Again with the stand-up things. As I ramble on about my personal life, again with the stand-up things, you got to get your reps in. But unfortunately, at my level, it's very difficult to receive not just some compensation, but some compensation that will help you not be in the red for traveling to go do stand-up comedy. So it's kind of one of the lows of being a performer in the art form. So yeah, follow me at Jarrod.fortune. Follow this podcast at Negro Jump on Instagram, TikTok. Rate, subscribe on all platforms that you listen to this on your phones, on your computers. I've seen somebody listening to this on a Mac. Nothing else after that. No book, no air, no pad, just a Mac computer. Salute to you, my guy. If you send me an email, I'll send you a shirt. I still got some shirts that I jokingly want to donate to one of those organizations and hopefully just see a news headline pop up of some village or a community somewhere in the world just rocking a bunch of Negro Jump shirts. So that'd be cool. That'd be really, really fun. But again, rate, subscribe, leave comments, send DMs. Appreciate y'all so much, man. I've been Jarrod Fortune. Y'all have a great rest of your day.